Blue Spectacles beer reviews, and I apologize for this craziness. I'm cutting this, not tomorrow, but the day out right now, how awful it is. And I apologize for that, because in YouTube videos, you're supposed to look presentable, and that's not what I look like right now. I'm gonna be revisiting, like I said, I'm gonna try to go back to, I haven't been seeing a lot of things. I mean, there's two places that I go for beer, and they're pretty good places, but I haven't been seeing a ton of things that I wanted to review at a lot, and the things I have wanted to review are things that are horribly expensive that I don't want to pay a ton for, um, or they're just things that I have tasted already and I've had. So I've been trying to go back to a couple things that I have done in the past that I have not really revisited. So I'm going to be revisiting Ham's beer. I haven't had this in a long time. Like, I reviewed this when I first started doing beer reviews. And I used to, back when I first started doing beer reviews, I used to hang out with my friends, and we used to get like a 30-pack of Hams, and that was what we would drink because we thought it was just delicious. And I haven't had this for a long time, but this beer gets a 66 on Beer Advocate. The bros give it a 74, so it's kind of like in the okay sort of area. And it's 4.6 alcohol by volume. Says America's classic premium beer, born in the land of sky blue waters, and I love that catchphrase. I love it. It says brewed in true family tradition from purest water and choicest barley malt, grain, and hops. I can't remember who owns this right now, but it's probably something I should have known. Maybe it'll say in the can. Ham's Brewing Co. in Milwaukee, but I'm guessing that is Miller Coors, because of the Milwaukee location. Well, Miller, but I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and pour this and take a look at it. I got a 6-pack of this in tall boy cans like this is at Hy-Vee for $3.99, and Hy-Vee is, I've been working at this grocery store for 10 years, and the wine and spirits department that they have is just really good. Like, they have a lot of really good things, and they get like top of the line craft beers, and they get all these different imports, and they get a lot of good things. So with that pretty downward pour, got about 4 fingers of white bubbling. You can hear that bubbling. Spongy head, and the body is clear golden appearance with a little bit of bubbles going up every now and then. Looks really nice. So it looks like a really nice, really good American lager. So let's go ahead and give this a smell. It smells like grain. It smells almost like Miller High Life a little bit. It actually does. It smells a good bit like Miller High Life, or and not really like MGD, even though those two are the same. They are, they're brewed differently. MGD is cold filtered, while Miller High Life is not. And with Miller High Life, you get more of that corn or that vegetable thing, which isn't really a bad thing. It's kind of nice. So, but if you hate adjuncts, you're probably going to hate that, and you're probably going to hate this too. But I can really smell it, and it smells like a really nice beer. Let's go ahead and give this beer a taste. I don't think I've had this since 2013 or 2014, so let's go ahead and try it. Oh. And I always remember Ham's being sweeter, I guess. It's a lot like Miller High Life, but it still has some differences. I just remember Ham's being kind of sweeter, and I love the can. This is one of those brands that says since 1865. There are a lot of beer brands that are no longer, that, basically, in the late 19th century, early 20th century, we had a lot of beer companies out there, which were putting out really good beers like Olympia, Flagstaff, lots of different beers. Gosh, tons of different ones. And there was Schlitz, there was Pabst. All these different ones. Some of them to this day exist, but many of them have died out. Like Flagstaff has died out. There's no Olympia, I think is what it was called. There's that is not around anymore. There's a lot of them that have that. Basically you have they only have like a couple big brewing companies. You have Miller Coors, which were two companies that were a joint venture. Now both are the same entity. Now you have InBev or which was Anheuser-Busch and InBev, and now is Anheuser-Busch InBev. You have Heineken, and you have you have a couple in Mexico, and you have Coors, Coors is part of Miller Coors, but basically, and you also have Pabst, and I'm not sure about who owns who a lot, but it kind of comes down to that you have a couple big companies where you had before some regular companies who put out stuff like Hams or Olympia or whatever, and Flagstaff. Hams is one of those that does still exist, even though it's owned by Miller, I think. But this has some characteristics of Miller High Life. Sorry for that ramble about beer companies. But it has just this thing about it. It has a sweetness, and it also has a hoppiness to it. And it doesn't have like the strong cooked vegetable or corn that you get with Miller High Life. It has a certain characteristic about it that I almost can't put my finger on, that is really just pleasurable. It's really, really pleasant. It has a upfront sweetness that Miller beers don't have really. It's really, really good though. It still does have a crispness, a hoppy crispness. Has no bitterness to speak of. However, it is still crisp. Mouthfeel is light, dry, and still has like a nice crisp finish there. This is quite good. This is definitely a beer. Definitely has been one of my favorites. Like as I'm talking to you, I'm kind of sucking this beer down, which it's really good. It definitely is one of my favorites. If you see Hams, I think it's definitely worth giving it a try. And let me know if you had it. Let me know what you think of it. And thank you for watching.